I swear to God, when I tell people this story, they think I'm making it up, but every word's true. Picture this. It's a clear Saturday morning. Sun's just coming up over the bay, and I'm sitting on my porch with a cup of coffee, listening to the faint chatter from the rescue pilots out over the water. That radio tower's been there longer than most of these cookie-cutter homes, and certainly longer than that woman Corinne moved in 2 years ago with her little yappy dog and big opinions about how the world should work. So, I'm minding my own damn business when all of a sudden, the radio goes dead. I mean, dead. Not a crackle, not a bee, just silence. My heart drops faster than my coffee mug hitting the floor. At first, I thought maybe the tower equipment had failed. God knows it's older than I am. So I jog out back, bare feet in the dewy grass, and what do I see? There she is, Karen herself, standing by the base of the tower in her pastel tracksuit, hands on her hips, looking like she just conquered Everest. There's a padlock on the control box, and she's got the damn key swinging from her finger like it's a trophy. I've had enough of your noise pollution, she calls out, like she's some kind of hero. The HOA voted, and we're shutting this thing down. It's an eyesore. It ruins the aesthetic of our community. I'm standing there, stunned, mouth open like a caught fish. I mean, noise pollution? Lady, that tower's quieter than your Pomeranian at 2 in the morning. Now, here's the kicker. This ain't just some hobby radio. This tower feeds into the coastal rescue grid I help coordinate with choppers, boats, hell, sometimes even the Coast Guard when they're stretched thin. Karen didn't know that, oh no. She thought it was just some old man playing radio games. And she shut it down, without so much as a phone call to me, or anyone who knows what the hell they're doing. Well, I'll tell you, I went from shock to mad faster than you can say lawsuit. I told her straight up, Karen, you just interfered with emergency services. That's a federal offense. But she just waved her hand like I was some crank. It's not my problem, she says. If you were disturbing the peace, that's on you. The board voted unanimously. The board? Huh. The board was just her and her 2 wine buddies who think they run the place. I stormed back inside, trying to figure out who to call first. Local cops, Coast Guard, FCC, hell, the president if I had to. But here's where it gets real good. My nephew, God bless him's home from college, stays with me on weekends. Kid's sharp. He overhears all this, and before I can even dial, he's pulling up the HOA's own bylaws on his phone. And wouldn't you know it? There's a clause clear as day. No HOA action shall interfere with federally licensed equipment or operations. And guess what? That radio tower's got federal clearance up the wazoo. I've got paperwork in a folder thicker than a New York phone book. So now I've got proof, and I've got motive, and oh boy, do I have witnesses. The whole neighborhood saw her at the tower. But it gets better. While we're standing, they're arguing. I hear it. Sirens. And over the hill comes one of the local rescue trucks. They'd been trying to reach me because there's a boat in distress 5 miles offshore, and they couldn't raise my signal. I point at the truck, look Karen dead in the eye, and say, that's what you just screwed up. And you should have seen her face. That smug little grin just melted off like ice cream on asphalt. She starts stammering something about how she didn't know, how it's not her fault, how she was just doing what the HOA said. Now we're all gathered at the base of the tower, my nephew, Karen, a couple of her nosy friends, the rescue guys, and it's like the whole block's watching. The rescue chief gets out of the truck, takes one look at the padlock, and lets loose on her. I mean, this guy's got lungs. Ma'am, you've jeopardized lives today, he says. We had to scramble extra resources because we couldn't reach our coordinator. Do you have any idea how serious this is? And Karen, oh, she tries. She really does. She starts crying those fake tears, saying she didn't mean it. She was just trying to beautify the neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's buying it. The chief calls the sheriff right then and there. Says they gotta document it, maybe press charges. And Karen? She goes pale as that ugly garden gnome she keeps by her front steps. Meanwhile, the rescue guys are working on getting the lock off so I can fire the tower back up. Whole time, the neighbors are whispering, some of them outright saying they'd had enough of her antics anyway. Turns out, she's been causing trouble since she moved, and petty complaints, fines for people's mailboxes being the wrong color, letters about lawn height. This was just the cherry on top. When the sheriff shows up, that's when it really hits the fan. He takes one look at the situation, hears what the rescue chief's got to say, and starts asking Karen some very pointed questions. Did you touch the equipment? Did you authorize the lock? Were you aware this was licensed federal property? And every answer just digs her deeper. She even tries to throw the board under the bus, claims it was a group decision. She didn't act alone. But her wine buddies are long gone by then, vanish like smoke when the heat's on. Sheriff takes a report, lets her know she's likely looking at fines at the very least, maybe worse if the feds decide to get involved. And let me tell you, Howard travels fast in a neighborhood like ours. By dinner time, everybody knows what went down. Karen? She's holed up inside, shades drawn, won't even come out to get her mail. The same folks who used to wave at her on their morning walks now cross the street to avoid her house. Couple days later, we get official word. FAA's involved. They ain't happy. She's fined. The HOA gets a warning, and they have to issue a formal apology to me, printed right there in the community newsletter, big bold letters. The rescue folks even invite me down to the station, present me with a little plaque for outstanding civil support, which, hell, I didn't need, but I sure do appreciate. And Karen? Well, last I saw, she was packing up. For sale sign on the lawn. Guess the heat got too much for her. Can't say I'm sorry to see her go. You know, sitting here telling this story, it still gets my blood up. How some people think rules are for everyone but them. How little power turns into something ugly when it's in the wrong hands. But I'll say this, sometimes, just sometimes, karma's got perfect aim. So what do y'all think? Was she just misguided? Or did she get what she deserved? I'd love to hear your take. Drop a comment. Let's talk about it. And hey, if you like stories like this, hit that subscribe button. Plenty more where that came from.